What is up, everybody? It is Alex, the Boogeyman here at Title Boxing Club in Rochester, New York, and it's midweek, so it's time for a midweek musing. And this week, we're kind of going to harken back to the last midweek musing where we talked about the systems check, right? You're throwing a combination, check in with yourself, move back. Are my hands up? Are my feet in the right place? Am I relaxed? So kind of along those lines, I want you to think about, do you feel balanced and strong? Does something feel weird? Like if you're throwing these punches, do any of them just feel very awkward and strange? Do you feel like you're off balance and you can't throw them for power? If so, I want you to make a note of that, and then I want you to talk to us about it, because that's what we're here for, here to help you get better. So if something feels strange, and oftentimes we throw lead hooks, those are a bit awkward because we're shifting our weight back even though we're punching something in front of us. That's not normal. So if you feel like, I'm really off balance, all my weight's on my front leg, I can't really get any power on that, that means something is wrong. And that's not bad, that's part of the learning process. And again, that's what we're here for. So make sure you talk to us afterwards. Something feels awkward, strange, that's not right. Obviously, you don't see boxers do that, so talk to us. We'll help you out. Now, let's say you don't want to talk to us or you forget. Here's just two simple things you can do that may fix your problem. A lot of the times when people are off balance, it's their stance. Most of the time, right? So I always advocate a somewhat square open stance when you're learning. That means my feet are not in a line together. I don't want that. I don't want both toes turned. I understand boxers box that way, certain ones, not a ton though anymore. But I want to make sure we're able to shift our weight from one foot to the other, as that's the essence of boxing and the hardest thing to learn. So having that stance will help you be more balanced to do that. Oftentimes what I see when people are new, they're in kind of a weird, their feet are really wide, really far apart, or maybe they're too close together, right? So you want it to be balanced. You want to feel strong in every direction. We've talked about that before. So most of the time it's your stance. The other thing is proximity to the bag, and this is a hard thing to learn. Sometimes, especially brand new people, and you'll hear me say this in class, and I apologize if it's annoying, I'll say, get much closer. Get much closer to the bag. Because a lot of times people are far away, which for jabs and crosses, sure, is fine, but then we start to throw those bent arm punches, and it gets weird, and so then they end up leaning forward like this with their head, and you're off balance, you're not gonna have any power, and it's no good for a lot of reasons. So get closer to the bag. Now let's say you are throwing jabs and crosses, but you're a little close. It's not the end of the world, it's not perfect, but it's better than having to lean and reach forward for your hooks, your uppercuts, all those bent arm punches. So try getting a little closer and see if that helps, right? If it doesn't, well, maybe something else will help you with that. Try to make sure too that when you're in that stance, the bag is in the middle of you. This is another thing I see sometimes. Let's see if you can see better from behind, right? So this bag is perfectly in the middle. If I push it, it's gonna hit me right between the legs. What I'll see sometimes is people off to the side, but they're punching the front of the bag. So they're kind of like here, so it makes it really weird to reach for a hook because it's way outside. So make sure you're squared up with the bag's right in the middle, you're punching someone about your same height, you're in a good balanced stance, you're close enough to the bag. If you're too close, that's okay, that's better than being too far when you're first learning. And talk to us about it afterwards, because that's what we're gonna help you do. We're gonna muse upon your musings, and then we're all gonna muse forever in Museville.